That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat the speed up like a battle.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with Kale Sports Talk, and I got my co-host Chuck Full Damage Miller here. Welcome to the Kale Sports Hangout, where we're going to be talking about the NFL free agency week 2 and what's been going on around the NFL, guys. But before we start this video, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell, and make sure you guys go check out my Will Campbell tape that I did this past week. Will Campbell All-22 tape that I did this past week. But yeah, guys, let's just dive into this video, man. So far, you know, we're having the NFL free agency week 2 so far. A lot of stuff has been going on around the NFL with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins getting that 4-year deal. Jamar Chase being the highest non-paid quarterback player in the NFL. And then also T. Higgins, he's getting his 4-year deal worth $119 million per year. And then Jamar Chase, I think he's getting like $140 or $132 million, if I'm not mistaken. But and then also the DB from Houston, Derek Stingley Jr., getting that 3-year deal, making him one of the highest paid cornerbacks in the NFL. A lot of stuff has been going around. Minnesota rejecting Aaron Rodgers, case to come to Minnesota, and them sticking with J.J. McCarthy. And, of course, the Chicago Bears also visiting with the 2 free agent wide receivers, Rondale Moore and Mecole Hardiman. Go ahead.
Pause. I didn't hear. I'm trying to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say Minnesota rejected Aaron Rodgers coming to them, bro? Did I hear?
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, they came to Aaron Rodgers came to visit with the Vikings, and they rejected his offer. They're going to go with J.J. McCarthy this season.
What's up, Jonas? I see you out here. Jonas fussing at you, bro. I ain't holler at my guy in a minute, man. What's good, bro?
It's good, bro. It's good.
Yeah, bro. We got to get you on again. It's been a minute.
I know, man. We need your analytical. You need your thoughts, bro.
Oh yeah. Need his A's and B's and C's to the concepts.
Yeah. And the Bears, they also re-signed Travis Homer too for a 1-year deal as well.
Okay, I'm gonna let you get the show started.
I think what else so far in the NFL free agency, what's been going on? Of course, we know about the DK Metcalf trade to the Steelers as well. Cooper Kupp going to the Seahawks, going back to his hometown.
That's big for Sam Darnold, bro. He needed.
Yeah, it's big for Sam Darnold. He gets an extra added weapon. Yeah. You know, JSN doesn't only have to be the only one.
Exactly, because they have nothing else over there.
They have nothing else. What else? Oh, Minnesota also signing Jonathan Grenard, man, to a 3-year deal. They got Jonathan Grenard as well. They also got Will Fries. They signed Will Fries to a 4-year, $88 million deal. I mean, Will Fries. I mean,
Will French fries, huh? But they was trying to get the Big Mac Jones, to come over there too. That didn't work.
They might as well call them the Minnesota McDonald's team.
Oh yeah, I call them the McDonald's All-American team.
McDonald's All-American team.
That's what I call them, bro.
Oh yeah, I just forgot the Green Bay Packers signed Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, what you think about that signing, Cole?
I don't know what to think of that sign. I mean, I know Mecole Hardman, he has been dealing with some injuries. I mean, last year he had that little injury. He had
the last couple of years he's been dealing with some injuries.
Yeah. But I think he dealt with one this past season in I think November or December. I forgot what the injury was, if I'm not mistaken, but I know he had some undisclosed injury or something that he was dealing with. I know that he's been dealing with some ankle, some foot issues. I think, like with his foot, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, it is a solid signing for Green Bay. Green Bay.
But
I mean,
I guess where I'm going with it, Kobe, is does that help the Green Bay Packers receiving core?
slightly. I mean, more so in their special teams.
I'm not gonna lie. When I look at Jaden Reed, I already see a Mecole Hardiman caliber player in Jaden Reed. You know,
Right.
There's nothing that Mecole Hardiman does that Jaden Reed don't already do. You know
Right.
what I mean? So, and it's not that it's bad having an additional Mecole Hardiman on your team.
Yeah, it's just an additional piece.
Right. It don't create another dynamic for me. It doesn't create another dynamic. I don't really see what other dynamic they're gonna get out of it, bro. Other than you want to make him a kick return specialist exclusively. Now you free up.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. They're gonna be using him for special teams.
Yeah, now you free up Nixon and Jaden Reed to be exclusive. Nixon on defense and Jaden Reed on offense. You know, I can see that. But other than that, I don't really see.
I don't really have them using mainly in their offense. Maybe once or twice, but he's not going to be like the main piece. Like he's not going to be like a big. Maybe for certain parts, but not like for. He's not going to be like one of the primary targets. Not like
I don't want to get the show too far off kilter, but KO Sports Talk fans out there, maybe y'all can let me know. Is it just me, or does it seem like a bit of a reach for the Packers to? Just go get Mecole Hardiman, because I'm not really sure I see where the benefit is in the signing. It's not a downturn. I'm gonna say that, because Mecole Hardiman is a talent. He is super fast. This dude is dynamic. He can give you some Deebo Samuel-esque type of ability on the field where he can do a little bit of everything for you. But I don't know. Does this move the needle, bro? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all can comment in the comment section if you want to, on that. But I don't want to get us too far off the show, bro. Come on, let's go back to the show.
All right, so I want to talk a little bit about. I mean, now that Mecole Hardiman signed with the Packers, I want to talk a little bit more about Rondale Moore. Of course, this guy, he's a speedster.
Okay.
He previously played with the Arizona Cardinals.
He's a gadget player to me.
Yeah, he was more of like a gadget player type of player, but I could definitely see. I mean, with Ben Johnson, of course, he utilized a lot of like his slot receivers, burners, like how he utilized Jameson Williams in his offense, and so he had that one type of speedster type of player, and Rondale Moore, he's the type of player that could take the top off of the defense, constantly. Of course, you got your X, and DJ Moore, and then. Of course, you got Roma Dunze on the outside. You could definitely use, we could definitely use like a third wide receiver, in the slot. And Rondale Moore.
What do you think about the signing of Zacchaeus, bro? We got Zacchaeus from Washington, bro. We signed him. What do you think about that signing as a slot receiver, bro?
I think that's also good.
I thought it was a solid signing. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. But I mean, like of course, like the Bears, like they were saying, they can use an extra added slot receiver. I mean, that's the reason they had the meeting with Rondale Moore.
So let me ask you this, Gove. So you said the Bears are saying they need an extra added slot receiver. That be the case, what is the problem with bringing Keenan Allen back? And if you're not going to bring Keenan Allen back, where the heck is Tyler Scott in all of this? What are you doing with this guy? I mean, what is he here for? You're not even using him. Help me understand. I'm trying to see the bigger picture for the Bears. What is the purpose of these guys? You're adding these additions. What are you going to do with Tyler Scott? What is he here for? You're not using him. This is a speed merchant. This dude can go down the field. Doesn't have the greatest hands in the world, but he can go down the field and he can get separation. He can get down that field and get down there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I guess based on from the tape that they seen, I think they kind of seen like he has a catching problem or something. Maybe I don't know what these.
So why are we keeping him then? Look, I don't have a problem with him if they have a problem.
I mean, I don't got a problem with that. I'm just seeing it. I'm just giving my perspective on the
No.
coaches.
What I was about to say is I don't have a problem with them having a problem with him not being able to catch. But if he's a liability, don't turn this into another Velus Jones situation. If he's a liability, move on from this kid, bro.
Yeah.
Don't keep him in place because now he's holding down a roster spot that we can free up and get to somebody else. And why in the world are the Bears not talking about bringing Keenan Allen back? Help me understand that. I don't understand that.
I guess because maybe he's demanding a little bit more money. I think with what he's demanding, I think he might be
Spot Track has him estimated to make anywhere from $11 to $12 million a year. So
yeah, that would be a little too much for them. I mean, because right now I think they have like 16
2 years, 25 million. How is that too much, bro? That I don't.
They got like the thing like 20 million in their cap space right now. I think between 16 to 20 million.
No, I think we were about at 40 COVID last time I checked. But then again,
I don't think it's 40. I think it's like close to 20.
It's close to 20.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to look more into the cap.
Yeah, I gotta look. Yeah.
But 11's not going to kill you. And look at the value that you're getting in a Keenan Allen, bro. He already showed you what this dude already showed you what he's capable of. Is he the old Keenan Allen? No, he's not. But is he still a capable Keenan Allen? Absolutely, he is. What's up, Real Street Sports Talk? I see you out there, bro. And Jonathan, I see you, bro. Good job, bro. Good job. I wish you well on that, man. Say close to super close to joining the fire department. That's great. That's great, bro. That's great. Yeah. So, but yeah, I really don't see unless it's a dynamics thing for Ben Johnson to where he wants a certain type of receiver in that slot. Then I can see him going away from a Keenan Allen. I understand it. Then does it fit with what he's trying to do? You know what I mean? Does it chemistry wise? Does it work with what he's trying to do? If that's the issue, then I understand going away from him. But other than that, bro, Keenan Allen had a great year for the Chicago Bears. I really don't see why it would be a detriment to bringing this guy back at say like $11, $12 million a year. I don't see it. And even if we're at 20, like you're saying, Cove, you spend 11 on Keenan Allen, you still sitting at $9 million, bro. Still sitting there at $9 million. You're not over the cap. Is my point. But I don't know. It depends on what they're trying to do, bro. It depends on what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it just depends. What's up, Real Street Sports Talk? What's your perspective on NFL free agency, man? What's up, Tia?
Yeah.
But where are we back? Back to the topic at hand. So based on like where everything is going, with the Chicago Bears, shoring up the offensive line. I mean, there have been talks, of course. I know you're not gonna like it's the whole running back. I'm
glad you're taking it there, Cole, because I want the world to know I have my passions about where I think the Bears should go in the draft. And I've been all season, I've been trenches. The Bears have heavily addressed the trenches. So I'm not as against going to get a weapon type player like an Ashton Genty at 10 as I was at the first. I still believe that Will Campbell is the pick that we need to get at 10. Ashton Genty, phenomenal talent. I have no questions about this kid's ability, but it's a million running backs in this draft. Do we have to take our top 10 pick and go get a running back? Is it that dire of a need? I don't believe that it is. Not with DeAndre Swift and Roshan Johnson coming out of this backfield, bro. I just don't see it being that dire of a need to where we gotta have them at 10. If we take them at 10, I feel like we're paying up too high. We're betting too high on that, bro. To me, you need to shore up the left tackle position. Will Campbell does that. He solidifies the starting five to me of this offense. You can take one of those guys like Theo Bennett or Kyron Megaji and move them over to back up, say like a Jonah Jackson or somebody at the right guard or what have you, so that you got more depth on this offensive line, because you're going to need those pieces behind this front five. But if you get Will Campbell there, you solidify the front five to me. It's solidified now. Darnell White, Noah Jackson, Drew Dahlman, Joe Thuney, and Will Campbell. You got a solidified front five that can rival any other front five in the NFL. And you need that standing up in front of Caleb Williams. You get a five like that, bro, it don't matter who's running the ball pretty much. You can give me the ball, hell, I'm going to get 5-10 yards.
Yeah, and I did a tape on Will Campbell. That guy, like, he's very good in pass blocking. I mean, he has to work on some of his run blocking skills, but his pass blocking is elite. And his pass blocking is elite.
and his center, he is very grounded. Nobody bull rushes through this guy. I watch.
Nobody bull rushes him. Like, once you try to bull rush him, you can't get by him. You can't. Yeah, his anchor is just too strong. His anchor is just too strong. He'll lock you in.
Yeah, exactly. He locks you down.
He locks you down.
And what he really wants you to do is to try that bull rush stuff.
Right.
When you get up into him, now he's in control. And that's what the Bears need on that left side. Caleb needs that comfortability from the left side, to where he knows he don't have nothing to worry about because Will is there and he got that guy.
Yeah, his center of mass is very strong. He has a strong center of mass, man.
So, but at the same time, if Ben Johnson and Ryan Post feels that they have completely solved the problem, with the offensive line, then I'm not mad if they go after Ashton Jeanty. I just think we'd be paying up too high for him at 10. Not that he's not a top 10 type of talent. I do see that in him. But, bro, it's 1,000,001 running backs out here, bro. We do not have to go Ashton Jeanty, bro. We just don't, But I understand.
He definitely has the traits, though. I seen his tape. He definitely has some traits, bro, that he exhibits.
They've got to convince me that they believe in Braxton Jones. I can't even worry about Jeanty right now.
Yeah.
You got to convince me that you believe in Braxton Jones.
That's the problem.
Jones, there's too many people bull rushing through his chest, getting to Caleb Williams. And I personally have a problem with that coming out of a left tackle. We can't have that out of a left tackle. You can have a weakness on the offensive line, but it can't be a left tackle. That just can't be, bro. That's the blind side, bro. You got to protect the blind side, bro. So,
yeah, I definitely agree, man. Like, I mean, Ashton Jeanty, I mean, he's great and all.
And he is.
Yeah, that left tackle position definitely needs to be solidified, because so many times Braxton Jones got bull rushed. Dude, like, just got pushed. Like, he just gives up so many pressures, man. And, like, he just gets beat so bad. Like, he doesn't know. Even after, 3 or 4 years, like, he still hasn't figured out how to combat the bull rush, man.
Yeah, well, his center of gravity, first off, he's too upright. He stands up too straight, bro. To be as big as he is, he's got to get some bend. His technique is not right. Right, he got to get some bend in those knees, and he's got to know how to throw that leveraging back. He's got to meet force with force. He got a mass on mass issue. He's backpedaling while they're running through his chest, bro, and that's constantly pushing him back. And we just can't have that anymore, bro. Enough's enough already with that. Even if you believe in Kyron and Megaji, okay, move him up and do what you got to do. I just need
Will Campbell, though.
Huh?
He and Will Campbell, though.
Exactly. I just need you to solidify my left tackle position. I think they did a phenomenal job with the other 4 positions up there. Right tackle, right guard, center, left guard. I'm fine with all of that. Left tackle is the most important position on that offensive line. You got to solidify that. Okay. Legit Pack fan says, are y'all done overpaying 30-year-old players $15 million per year? Being posed, Edmund Swift, Nate Davis, and the guy sucks at GM. That's your personal opinion. It's not a very good one. I'll allow you to have that, but I think the man that made some pretty solid moves. I think he made some pretty solid moves. Chuck Full damage hypes up everybody. Do I now? Okay, well, that's your opinion too, bro. I think the man's made some pretty solid moves. I don't think DJ Moore was a bust of a move. I don't think Caleb Williams is a bust of a move. I don't think Roma Dunze is a bust of a move. I didn't think Keenan Allen was a bust of a signing. I think Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards. I think the Bears needed the depth at the linebacker position. They needed starters at the linebacker position, and I think they paid for what they had to pay for at the time. I don't really have a problem overall with these players. Now, has Tremaine Edmonds been outstanding? No, he's not been outstanding, but he's been very good. I'm going to tell you he's been no bust. I'm going to tell you he's been no bust. TJ Edwards, has he outplayed him? Yeah, TJ Edwards has outplayed him, but, they play different positions with different responsibilities. So if that's the way you feel, bro, you entitled.
Dude, I was kind of sad we got rid of Jack Sanborn. He was I liked him, but.
Yeah, well, Jack was slow of foot, bro. That was the downside. But Jack is a great football player overall. He's a great football player. He just was not fast enough to keep up in coverage. And that was going to be his downfall.
And you know how Dennis Allen, he likes those types of guys.
Yeah, it was going to be his downfall eventually, But I don't think Ryan Poles is a sucky GM, bro. Has he made all the right moves? No. Nobody makes all the right moves. Nobody gets everything right. Yeah. We could talk about that GM y'all got up there in Green Bay, brother. Mr. Goot. Yeah.
I was going to tell you, Chuck.
Yeah, remember this wide receiver? Hold on, let me say this. Remember this wide receiver you guys drafted? What's his name? Armani Rogers? What's the guy name?
I don't know his name, bro.
Yeah.
They got no bunch of no-name wide receivers.
Yeah, he was a bust, bro. Y'all took him in front of Nico Collins. What a grave mistake that was. You could have got T. Higgins. You took him in front of T. Higgins. So let's not talk about that. Does that mean Goot is a bad GM? Absolutely not. Doesn't mean he's a bad GM. He missed. It happens. General managers are not going to have all the answers, bro. They just not. What you going to say, Kof?
I was going to say, what was I going to say? I forgot my train of thought now. I wanted to also talk about the running back position. So okay, let's say
he hasn't made
of course we take Will Campbell. I remember you're talking about that Florida running back. From that running back from
Montreal Johnson.
Right. Do you think we could take him in the second or probably round 3?
I think he's a third or fourth round pick.
Third or fourth round.
Yeah, I think we could get him in the third or fourth round.
Because we definitely need a 3-down back, and I don't see Swift being that 3-down type of back.
Yeah, now Swift, he's really not a 3-down type of back. He filled in admirably this past season, but I really felt like they had him playing out of position that's really not his strong suit. He's more like a pass catching type of back. You know what I mean? Swift can play. Don't get me wrong. Swift can play. Yeah. Yeah, but he's not in the trenches in between the tackles type of.
He's a change of pace type of back.
Right. He's a guy that you can put him in screen plays. You can run him off the edge, get him on the outside, get him in space, put him in the passing game. You can use Swift in those fashions. And he does have the ability at times to run in between the tackles, but it's really not his strong suit. So you need a guy that's powerful going up the middle, man. That's what you need. Crooked Commish, what's going on, bro? Good to see you making your rounds. Yeah. I guess, bro. But Swift doesn't suck, bro. I thought Swift had a solid year, all things being considered, bro. You got to consider the fact that he was running behind a sucky offensive line. We just saw y'all guy, who was that? Josh Jacobs, come from a similar type of situation with the Raiders, bro. He was running up there. I know Packers fans, Real Street Sports Talk being one, who pointed out that they believe that Josh Jacobs had lost a step up there. But I was pointing out even then that Josh Jacobs didn't lose a step. He was playing behind a sucky offensive line with no quarterback. Tough to be productive in that type of scenario. What happens? Y'all get him. Green Bay goes and steals him away from the Raiders, brings him over there. Dude has a banner year, bro. He has a banner year. All you got to do is put a quality caliber offensive line in front of a Swift, and you'll see what you did 2 years ago when he was in Philadelphia. You'll see the man rush for 1,000 yards, have a 1,000-yard season, and be outstanding for the team. That's what you'll see, bro. That's what I believe you'll see. Swift has already proven that he's got that ability. Did it behind Philly's line, he can do it behind this line, bro. As long as we got everything solidified. And I think we got 4/5 of this line solidified. We have one more piece to go. One more. And we good on this offensive line.
Yeah, left tackle, man. Left tackle. I was gonna say, man, what's going on with the Steelers, man? They don't got no quarterbacks, man.
I think at this point they need to quit playing in their pants and make up their mind to either bring Russell Wilson back, who's still asking for a boatload of money, or go get Aaron Rodgers and call it a day. Now, the difference between the two, Russell, he comes with a little arrogance, but he's not mouthy. Russell's not going to be in there running his mouth off, talking crazy to the coach. He's going to play ball. Aaron Rodgers may not come at as hefty a price tag anymore, but Aaron Rodgers comes with a lot of baggage. That dude is emotional. He is vocal. He gonna speak his mind. He gonna talk crazy. He'll push the coach. We saw that last year. He'll push the coach. Aaron Rodgers is just a different type of breed. But is he probably talent-wise the best fit for the Steelers right now? I would say absolutely. And I don't know what they fetish with Arthur Smith is as being an offensive coordinator, but I think they need to get rid of that guy. You got two dynamic receivers on this team now. You got George Pickens and you got DK Metcalf. You got to have, and you got that Austin.
I want to see how that's going to work. Somebody called the biggest crash out wide receiver room in the NFL.
And it probably will be with these play calls because they're going to get frustrated, bro. They're going to blow the gaskets. And they're already high heads, bro. They're already high heads. But you need a dynamic playbook, play design to where you can make these guys intricately involved so that they can feed off of each other. That offense can become extremely dangerous if you get a right quarterback in there who has pinpoint accuracy, can get the ball to them guys and throws on time, and you can design some things to where you're freeing these dudes up, man.
Also,
let me see. What did they talk about here? Go ahead. No, he said Ben got go to Crooked Commission. Crooked Commission says Ben got rid of Swift already won, so wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't do it again. Okay, at some point, maybe next year. He said, legit Pack fan says Ben didn't get rid of anybody. Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes got rid of Swift. Ben took orders. He didn't give them in Detroit. He didn't give them in Detroit. Okay. I get you. I mean, everybody's arm room couch GM. Everybody know what was going on in Detroit. Y'all not even Detroit fans. How y'all know? You know
right?
What's going on in Detroit? We are only assuming, brothers, of what went on in Detroit. We don't know if it was being called to get rid of him and go with Jahmyr Gibbs, or if it was management's call to get rid of him and go with Jahmyr Gibbs. I will say this: Detroit was in a win-win situation with both of those. I believe keeping Swift would not have killed them, but bringing Jahmyr Gibbs in actually worked better because you got a Swift caliber player probably playing at a higher level than Swift at the time. Definitely playing at a higher level than Swift, I believe, right now. But you also get him on his rookie contract, so he's not going to break the bank on you. So that was beneficial both ways for Detroit. I don't think they could have went wrong either way. Just a certain way they wanted to run things, bro. And I do believe Ben had his input in that. I'm not going to say he made the decision, but he definitely had to have his input. It was his offense. So, he had to have his input,
I was going to also tell you, what do you think about the Jonah Jackson signing? They re-signed him to a 1-year deal, an extra 1-year deal.
Jonah Jackson, they signed him to an extra 1-year deal, you said. I mean, it's smart. It's smart. You get ahead of the curve because if this guy comes out here, the same thing we did with DJ Moore, bro. If this guy comes out here and he has a banner year and the Bears start making noise and he's playing at a Pro Bowl caliber level like he's done before in the past, now all of a sudden you can get into this bidding war thing to where his agent can start telling you, my guys worth way more than what you guys are offering. So if you are confident in your pick, he is confident in your signing, you additional, you add fuel to that fire, bro. You know what I mean? So So yeah, I don't have a problem with the Bears extending them. I think it's smart. Then you don't have to go through things like Cincinnati just had to go through, but they had to put 44% of their entire cap in 3 players. You don't go through that, and they still got to sign Trey Hendricks, which they're in the process.
Right, their defense is still crap.
Right, but Trey Hendrickson is the leading sack getter in the NFL for the last 2 years. He's the leading sack getter. So what are you gonna do? Not pay him? You gonna let that dude walk? Jamar Chase, Triple Crown winner in the NFL at wide receiver,
making $40 million per year.
Right. T. Higgins is the truth, a perennial Pro Bowl caliber number 2 receiver, and Joe Burrow's a stud. I mean, but when you don't take care of business early, you get stuck like this. I was just reading something.
You end up with a 9-8 season next year.
Mm-hmm. Right. I was just reading something. I'm gonna say this, Coke, and then we can move on. Concerning the cornerbacks who've got these new contracts, like Derek Stingley Jr. and these other guys that's out here, they got these high-end contracts. But Derek Stingley signed for like 3 years, $90 million or something like that with the Houston Texans, which is ridiculous for a cornerback. I was just reading something where it pointed out that the Bears have really benefited because we've got arguably a top legit, or arguably some people could argue and say he's the number 1 cornerback in the NFL at times. You know, they can argue that, but we've got a top 5 caliber cornerback in Jalen Johnson, signed at 4 years, $76 million, as opposed to getting stuck at 3 years.
We got him for a bargain price.
Exactly, bro. And that's what happens when you take care of business early, bro. That's what happens when you take care of business early. Yeah.
And then we also need to re-sign Joe Thuney as well. I mean, I think that can also help out, increasing the cap space, give him to like a 2 or 3 year deal from what I heard.
Restructuring the deal, yeah. Well, I don't have no doubt in my mind that the guys that the Bears just brought over in the trades, Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney, are going to be restructured, and they're going to be in here with new contracts. Ryan Poles is ahead of the game on that, legit Pack fan. He stays ahead of the curve on that. That way he doesn't have to get into bidding wars with the agents and with the market trying to get these players re-signed when it's time to re-sign them. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, what is legit Packer fan? He said Jonah Jackson couldn't even get his job back.
Okay.
Because he can get his. Okay.
Yeah,
Jackson
here's what I love about Packers fans. They have all the answers for everybody else's players and everybody else's teams. Their team is mid-tier. It's middling. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't even got them winning 10 games this year. I had the Packers winning 10 games. But they got all the answers. Look at this. He's doing all this talk on Ryan Poles. He talking about Nate Davis. He talking about Vita Jones. He talking about Swift. He talking about Evans. He talking about.
You're going to be on the bottom of the NFC North.
Exactly, dude. My team was 1-5 with an abysmal offensive line last year.
Legit Pac fan is the new Don Bird.
Your team, my team was 1-5 with an abysmal offensive line last year in the NFC North. Your team was a 1-5, abysmal 1-5 in the NFC North with a better team. What are you talking about, bro?
Get off topic.
Oh, you're right. Real Street Sports Talk. We gonna
get off topic. You're right.
Get into it with a weird Packers fan. You're right, bro. You're right. That's the real Packers fan there, bro. That's speaking. See, so he already know, bro. He already know. Yeah. But what do you think? Besides the number 10 pick, because the only thing we seem to be talking about these days with the Bears is our 10th pick in the draft. What do you think the Bears should do with these other picks, bro? What do you think we should do in terms?
We could also trade down. Let's not forget. We can also trade down. Like if we see.
But we got 8 picks. I don't really see a need for us to trade down unless we just getting greedy and want to just stockpile. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what do you think we should do with those other picks, bro?
We could just get at it and add more depth. You could use like another edge rusher. Just keep building the trenches, man. Just keep stacking up. That's just me. Okay. Or one of the picks we could use for like a tight end.
I know we need more depth at the safety position. because of
the safety
the
position
Briscoe
too.
situation.
Right.
And I would love for us to re-sign, extend
Kevin
Kevin
Byard.
Byard, yeah, to another
Mhm.
extension.
And
I
then
really
like
love
next year you could
him.
draft like a safety, get a safety, and you can learn behind Kevin Byard. And because I know next year would be his contract year, Jaquan Brisker's contract year.
Yeah. So I love that Ryan Poles attacks these contract situations early, bro. He doesn't wait. He jumps out there like he did with DJ Moore, extended him 4 years, $110 million. You know what I mean? Got the Jalen Johnson situation solidified. Thank God it wasn't the other cornerbacks that was going up for free agency too at that time, or that could have got ugly. But 4 years, $76 million is a steal. We got that out the way. I love that he attacks these contracts early. The Noah Jackson situation, he attacked that early. You know what I mean? Get it out the way so it's not an issue. You want your players to be focused strictly on playing football, bro. You want your coaches to be able to focus strictly on the X's and O's. You don't want them going into the season worrying about contracts, bro. Mm-hmm. You really don't, bro. You really don't. Mm-hmm. Now that hurts every player, but some players can't focus when they're worried about contracts.
No. I mean, you saw that a couple times over here. I mean, look at what happened with Allen Robinson. Remember?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
He wasn't focused.
Yeah, that was a fiasco, bro. That was a fiasco. Yeah. But listen, Cove, I'm gonna have to get ready to cut it short. I got to get ready to get up out of here, bro.
Okay, man. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna stay on for like maybe until 40. But yeah, you're free to leave if you want to go.
Okay. But thank you guys for tuning in. Keep on tuning in to my guy Cove. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let your people know that we out here. We speaking on this Bears topic. I appreciate y'all coming in. Real Street Sports Dog, the Jetpack fan. I ain't mad at you. Talk all the crazy talk you want to, bro.
As long as it's not too offensive.
He respectful. He just talking about the team.
Be respectful.
Crooked Commish and Jonas. Come on, man. We got to work some time out, bro. We got to get you in here, bro. All right, y'all take it easy. Have a great day.
All right, bro. All right, man. Well, guys, I got a couple more minutes. I just want to get your thoughts before I end this stream. I'm going to be on here until like 40 minutes before I end this stream right now. So other stuff that's been happening around the NFL, of course, Kansas City. They added Jalen Moore, the offensive tackle, because, of course, they lost Joe Tooney, and I don't know what was going on with Jawan Taylor. I know Jawan Taylor. What happened with Jawan Taylor? He's still on the team. So I don't know why they got probably use him for the offensive guard, kind of kick him into offensive guard because they got Jawan Taylor. They signed him like last year. So, I mean, I don't know what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing. They're kind of gotten a little bit weaker. They haven't really done much this offseason, the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, the Jets got Justin Fields. So he's gonna be reunited back with his former teammate Garrett Wilson. Baltimore Ravens got DeAndre Hopkins. That's interesting. Ronnie Stanley is coming back. Darius Slay Jr. signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They lost also Laramie Tunsil. Let me see. Jacksonville Jaguars really didn't do nothing. Tennessee Titans got Dan Moore Jr. Oh, and Kevin Zeitler. Okay. Let me see. Las Vegas got Geno Smith, Raheem Mostert, Jeremy Chin. The Chargers got Mekhi Becton, Najee Harris, Mike Williams. Ain't nothing going on. Biggest decision, none. Really, Philadelphia Eagles really didn't add nothing. Milton Williams, God, what team did he go to? What time? Oh, yeah, he went to the Patriots. Milton Williams went to the Patriots. Yes, sir. But don't matter who they have. We are going to the Super Bowl. I like your optimism, Eric. I like your optimism, man. I'm not there yet. I gotten too optimistic. Even though this offseason is a little bit different. I just want the Bears to just get into the playoffs. Just get into the playoffs. That's all I care about. Whether it be hard, whether it be a first seed, second seed, I just want to get into the playoffs because once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen once you get into the playoffs, bro. Anything can happen, man. At that point, just get to the playoffs, bro. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. So you can help build your young quarterback, let him get that playoff experience. Let him get that playoff experience under his belt to see how it plays. I mean, freaking Jaden Daniels already got, a couple game experience of playoffs. One against the Detroit Lions. Of course, he lost against the Philadelphia Eagles, but that's a really good learning lesson. That's what you want your young quarterback to learn. And I think Ben Johnson, let's see what Ben Johnson's going to do. I still don't know yet, of course, he's a new coach, so there's still going to be some question marks. But when you have an all-star coaching staff like that, man, I think they're going to help this team go to greater heights. And, yeah, it's really going to be up to Caleb Williams. Now that, most of his team is solidified, other than the left tackle in my position. If we get Will Campbell at all, Caleb Williams, man, he's not going to have any type of excuses at all. He's really got to perform this season. And I think he will. I don't think he's going to disappoint me. But we'll see, man. I'm going to temper my expectations. I just want the Bears to just get to the playoffs, because there was at times, I kind of had like at times I was like, yeah, this team's going to win 11, 12 games, this, that. And then they end up like not doing it. They win at least 10, 11 games, and then they end up winning 6, 7 games. But yeah, I can definitely see. Based on the schedule, it is tough. It is tough, but every year is different. All teams are 0-0, 0-0. And the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they lost half of their starters on defense, more than half of their stars on defense. So that's going to be a different dynamic. I know Howie Roseman, he's a great GM, got plenty of picks in the first round this upcoming draft. So I expect him to kind of load up in the trenches and get some secondary players in the draft. So we'll definitely see. I'm delusional as hell. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Oh, I definitely see. You're a meatball island, as Greg Braggs puts it. You're a meatball head, bro. I think we're going. Eric Harper, talk trash to legit Packers fan, bro. He's up on my comment section talking all that smack, bro. Legit Packer fan, you're gonna be the new Don Burr, bro. Remember, the Bears are undefeated since January 1st. The Packers are. Hey, Eric, yeah, tell that to him. Tell that to legit Packers fan, bro, because he's gonna need it. Oh, and you, I know, legit Packers fan, bro. Dude, I know. Come this upcoming season, bro, Packers fans are going to be surprised at the Chicago Bears. Oh, people making fun of us because, Chicago Bears are the 3-time offseason champions. They traded for DJ Moore and got a right tackle. Then the next year, they drafted Caleb Williams and got Roma Dunze, offseason champs. Oh, and now this year, they loaded up on the trenches. They got Dayo Odeyingbo, and they got Grady Jarrett. And they traded for Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney. Dude, when we traded for Joe Thuney, dude, I already knew, because last year, I didn't think we were going to be that great of a team. Like, I knew we had question marks last year on our offensive line. That's never changed. It's never. And I knew that the Chicago Bears were going to be struggling in the 2024 season because they didn't address their offensive line. Now that you got Joe Tooney, who was an All-Pro last year, who ranked number 10th in Offensive Player of the Year. Nobody know this, but Joe Tooney, offensive tackle, was graded to be an Offensive Player of the Year last year. You know, I know it went to Saquon Barkley, but to have an offensive tackle get a vote, that's unheard of. Get a vote for Offensive Player of the Year. And not only that, you're the MVP of the Kansas City Chiefs. The MVP. The guy was the MVP. So when we got him, I know this team is seriously about winning. He's serious. Like Brian Poles and this front office, they're serious about winning. They're serious about winning. The moment they got Joe Tooney, like I know they're serious about winning. I mean, Jonah Jackson, he was good, but he is not freaking Joe Tooney. Like Joe Tooney, bro, like you guys just don't understand how good this guy is until you actually see him on the field. Now that you slip, and not only that, you got Drew Dahlman. Drew Dahlman, bro, like he was a top 5 center last year in PFF. You know, the top free agent center this off season. You got him too. So you got your whole interior line set. I mean, of course, like what me and Chuck talked about, you have questions on with your left tackle. You know, with Braxton Jones, I do think we do need to get a left tackle. Pump the brakes on the Aston Jeanty train. Get another running back. I mean, there are plenty of good running backs. You know, there's Quinshon Judkins. I like Caleb Johnson from Iowa. I think he's a great 3-down type of back. The guy is like 6'1", 225 pounds. He'll be another great draft pick for the Chicago Bears, and he'll definitely fit with what Ben Johnson wants to do for this offense. Yeah, we just anchored the locker room on offense and defense. Yeah, we got Grady Jarrett and Joe Tooney. We got the biggest leaders on offense and defense. Grady Jarrett on the defensive side and Joe Tooney on the offensive side. Those guys need to put the C on the chest. Last year, I was so tired of having like 10 freaking players with C's on their chest. No, we don't need 10 players with C's on their chest. No, you need at least a couple players. Your quarterback, maybe a couple veteran players, and that's it. Nobody else. Maybe at least at most 3 to 4 players need to be a captain. DJ Moore, to me, should not be a captain, especially the way he played last year. Not blocking, for your quarterback like that. I mean, even though his numbers were great, I saw him loafing around. Cole Kmet was loafing around. Like, this coaching staff is not going to play around with these guys. They're not going to play around with these guys, man. But, yeah, man, we're going to see, man. We're definitely going to see. Yeah, his attitude wasn't there. Yeah, man. Like, DJ Moore's attitude wasn't there, bro. And you just got paid too, bro. Like, you just got paid too, man. You got your money too. And you're talking about how you wanted to be here, bro. But you're not showing that on the field. And just like what Ben Johnson alluded to, if you're not blocking, no rock. You're not getting the rock, man. So DJ Moore, he better step his A game up this season, man, because Antoine Randall, Ben Johnson, they're not going to play it, man. They're not going to play that game with him. They're going to see you on tape, and they will call you out. And at times, I mean, yeah, me and you, Eric, we saw on tape, especially that Arizona Cardinals game where he didn't block for Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was running around. He wasn't helping him out. Like, he didn't block for him. Yeah, everyone is being held accountable this year by coaching and the captain. And, the captain players. Yeah, bro. Like, this season, 2025, ain't going to be no year. This is going to be the year of no games, man. Play no games, bro. So, yeah, we'll see, though, bro. But anyway, guys, I'm about to end this stream, man. I'm about to end this. How about more walking off the field mid-play? That's what I'm talking about, yeah. That's what that Cardinals play. He walked off the field mid-play. He walked off the field, bro, mid-play, bro. That was that Arizona Cardinals game I was talking about. But, yeah, man, I'm kind of sick right now, bro. But I'm going to end this stream, y'all. But I'd like to thank you guys for coming on. I love DJ, but yeah, what the F, right? What the fuck, bro? Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, Eric Harper, Antoine Randall L. Those guys are gonna hold him accountable, bro. They're gonna hold him accountable, bro. No block, no rock. No block, no rock. No black, no rock. Thanks, Kofi. See you next time. Thank you, bro. I'd like to thank you guys for coming, though, bro. I am kind of a little bit, I'm got a little sinus, bro. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this stream, yo. But stay tuned for more. I will be doing more videos for this upcoming week, so stay tuned for that, guys. But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank y'all for coming, and how we always end over here: claws up, bear down. All right, guys, peace.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my